More than, in fact, 48 million Americans are expected to travel, just like you, this 4th of July weekend. Nearly 44 million, or 91% of them, by the way, apparently hitting the road and driving. And that's the second largest amount of people on record, even though we have the high gas prices, the insurance cost, and the rental cars, the prices for all that surging as well. We're going to bring in our travel expert to talk a little bit more about this, Francesca Page, who has joined us before. What about you, though, Grant, since you've been out there, and you, as we talked to Francesca, did you see a lot of folks traveling, a high number of folks
you know,
in
it
the
was
airport?
amazing. Yesterday, there were an awful lot of people at DFW Airport, a lot of people. Though when we landed in LaGuardia, there were not a lot of people at the LaGuardia Airport in New York. And then you look at gas prices, they're so different all the way around the country. Los Angeles now has gas prices pushing over $4 a gallon. And, you know, in Texas, we're still at $2.70, which goes to show you liberal versus conservative policies, right?
Yeah, I was going to say Texas versus California, yet another area where Texas wins. Francesca, what are you hearing in terms of the number of people traveling, even though we have surging prices in some states?
Well, you've mentioned that, in fact, 91% of travelers this holiday weekend will be driving to their destinations. Keep in mind that since the pandemic brought on a supply and chain imbalance in the country's rental car fleet, rates have dramatically spiked, and prices don't look much better at the pump this weekend. But if you do choose to fly rather than drive, keep in mind that the airports are bracing for the largest crowds since March 2020. So I'd recommend looking at alternative airports in the same areas of your destination to save money and utilize those credit reward cards, which may offer some perks.
Yeah, that's not good news for me, though, because I'm trying to get to the airport so I can get down to Florida. And so you're going to actually be doing our last hour.
Yeah, absolutely, and I'm looking forward to it. You know, you were talking about the rental cars, Francesca, this idea that there's not enough chips for the new cars, which is why the prices skyrocket. I've got a buddy who's now renting his car out on a website, and he's making a killing because he can rent it out for a lot of money, but it's still cheaper than the Hertz's and Avis's and those things. It's amazing little side business.
There's an idea. Does he go through an app and do that?
Turo is the name of the app. I'm not giving them a
wow.
plug or anything, but
Interesting.
he's making all kinds of cash for running around money, as we call it.
Yeah, but the bottom line with you, Francesca, though, is people have been locked down. They're ready to get out and hit the road or hit the friendly skies, maybe not so friendly skies right now,
There's like flights
to
every
fly
day.
somewhere, to get out and travel.
They are, absolutely. And I know there's a lot of different reasons why people are cautious right now. One of them, of course, has come up is the Delta variant. And there are precautions that you can take as a traveler. If you're fully vaccinated, especially with the 2-dose vaccine, there's really little to be worried about with that Delta variant. But I've mentioned it before, there's a lot of travel insurance situations out there you can look into. There's an air medical transport program I've talked about before, just great, MedJet. And if you are hospitalized while traveling, they'll get you back to your hospital at home, especially if you're looking to go abroad, because most travel insurance only gets you to like a nearby hospital, but you might want to be able to get home if you are looking to go over to Europe or such. And a lot of people are looking to get away and actually travel internationally. So there's a lot of options like that are good for people.
Am I crazy? I'm not worried about this Delta variant.
I'm not either. I'm sorry. I'm not. I'm vaccinated. I actually was angry at myself because I felt like I was forced to get the vaccine because I wanted to be able to travel. I thought that they were going to do these vaccine cards. And just for the first time, I was asked to show my vaccine card at the hair salon that I go to in order to not wear my mask in there for 3 hours.
This is why Texas is my home.
Yeah, exactly. What about, and you had to wear a mask on the plane, though.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But, you know, the mask on the plane is only whatever the flight attendants want. My mask was hanging down half the flight, and she didn't say anything. She smiled at us the whole time. But every now and then you get they do not want you bringing that mask at all.
Yeah, there's a trick. People get their glass of water, and then they just kind of sip on it for the entire duration of the flight so they don't have to have their mask on.
I take a peanut, my peanut, and I just nibble on the peanut like that.
Oh, these tricks. Hey, Francesca, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thank you.